Hello, my name is Wayne Hutley, and in this video essay, I would like to demonstrate the evolution of black work via television shows with the following 5 TV shows: Empire, Roots, A Different World, Blackish, and Good Times. By the end of this video, I hope to showcase how times have changed from way back then in Roots with slavery to present day to shows like Empire and Blackish. Starting off with the 1977 series Roots. I decided to pick Roots because it showcases the history of slavery, which I believe this is where the evolution of black work first started in the United States. Not going into too much detail about the show, but the show highlights some of the key factors of slavery, from the abduction to the mistreatment to even dating it back to the Civil War era when they drafted slaves to participate in the war. The show even goes to show after slavery and how slaves adapt to the new world. I'll now go in and show you some of the labor work that they had to do.
Wanna leave the old county. I'm sold off to Georgie. Wanna leave my mama and my papa. My brother and my sister.
This was just a clip of some of the unfair work that the slaves had to do. They were working in unfair conditions of being super hot, being chained up, and yelled at to work faster, keeping in mind that none of these slaves were getting paid for any of the labor that they were doing. The next clip that I want to show you is from the 1974 show Good Times, where it displays the everyday lives of black families living in the 70s, where you can see the ups and downs that they go through.
James, honey, what happened? Did you graduate?
Has the pig got knuckles? Well, it's supposed to be a party. Let's get it on.
Oh, James is beautiful.
Ain't it? You are now looking at a skilled laborer. No more busting my back on the loading dock at Brady's. This means good pay, good jobs, and goodbye 79-cent muscatel, and hello $1.50 champagne.
In this clip, it shows the father, which was the breadwinner of the family, getting a certification in his new job. During this era, this also was the prime time for factory work as well, where fathers would go to work and come home just to support the family. On a side note, in later seasons of the show, the father actually passes away, forcing everyone in the family to get a job, down to the youngest son. This goes to show how important the breadwinners are of the family. During the time the father passed away, the families were in shambles and they didn't know what they were going to do in order to survive. The next TV show is A Different World, taking place in 1987, where it really showcases black college of the 90s. The show highlights the everyday life of black college students going to a HBCU, where you can see the ups and downs, for example, their love lives, all the way down to having to deal with scholarships and how they're going to pay for school.
My sisters, how do I explain to you what it means to be faithful to a man like Shazar?
Especially when Shazar is the only man you've had a chance to be faithful to.
Here, here.
Now listen. Now look, 40 years of marriage. Now, you know what kept me and Velma going? Monotony.
What you mean?
Disclaimer, finding a clip for this show was actually really hard. But I selected this clip because actually the woman in the middle works at that cafe that they were at. She works there for work study in order to pay for her college. Bringing it a little closer to present day, the next show is the 2014 hit show Blackish, where it highlights the everyday lives of a black family, kind of similar to Good Times. But the difference I got between them two is money can make a big difference in a family's struggles and happiness. Now I will show you a clip of one of the breadwinners in the family, the mother.
Excuse me, Nurse Moonbeam.
Oh, it's actually Dr. Rainbow. Johnson.
Whatever, hon, I'm married. Okay, now, scooch over. Papa's got journey tickets.
Okay.
Yeah, gotta see if that Filipino kid's for real.
Oh.
That clip right there was just a glimpse of the mother at work, working her job as one of the head doctors. But this clip also shows some of the struggles that she dealt with being an African American woman in a predominantly white field. The next show is the 2015 hit series Empire, where it showcases another black family but deals with the industry behind the scenes, along with showing how they took an empire from the ground up.
We've reached this historic moment. No other music company has ever
Don't forget to
accomplished
thank
what...
me, baby. Don't forget to thank your cookie on this historic occasion.
Good
Hello.
to see you, Cookie.
Vernon, kiss my black ass. Andre. Now, let's talk business, shall we?
In this scene, it shows the mother, which is one of the co-founders of the empire, coming back to reclaim her throne. One thing that I want to point out is I love the mixed majority at the table. You have African Americans, you have white people, you have women. I just really love the diversity that this table held. According to the article called Labor Market Activity of Black People in the United States, it shows that after 1976, because of the Black History Movement, that the increase in jobs in African Americans rise. Because of this, average numbers of job holdings, earnings, savings, and education have skyrocketed since then. Which I think is 100% accurate because I was able to see this through television shows, starting off with Good Times and how the father finally got a certification which allowed him to get a better job, or in A Different World, how they worked hard in order to fulfill their college journey so they then can grow older and get jobs that they want. For example, like in Blackish with the mother that is doctor and the father who works as a company. And once you're able to work your way up and have jobs like this, you can then invest your money like an empire to then build an empire of your own.